Namaste guys, welcome to Yoga with Sami. I'm Sami and today we are going to be doing a full body flow to help you feel energized, open and strengthen and tone throughout your whole body. You don't need any props, so just roll out your mat, find a place and let's get started. Coming into a comfortable seated position, moving the flesh away from your sitting bones or taking a cushion underneath your hips if you're feeling any tightness in your hips or lower back. And we're just going to take a moment to become present in our body and present in our practice. So close your eyes, place your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And breathe. Just becoming aware of the sounds around you. Some close by, some further away. Become aware of the feeling of your clothes resting on your body. And begin to relax your feet, relax your legs, your hips, soften into your belly, soften into your chest. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears and soften into your arms, your hands, and your fingers. Inhale as you lengthen your spine. From your lower back all the way up into the crown of your head. And exhale as you soften and release. Allowing gravity to draw your hips downwards, your lower body. Feeling that beautiful balance of groundedness through your lower body and lightness through your upper body. And tuning into your breath. Without changing or judging your breath, just become aware of the flow of the inhalation and exhalation. And for your practice today, allowing your breath to be your guide. Anytime your mind wanders, bringing your awareness back to your breath, allowing your breath to anchor you in the present moment. Allowing your breath and your practice to draw you away from all of your worries, your stresses, any thoughts of the future, of the past. And bringing your hands together in prayer position. Inhaling as you start to raise your palms up towards the ceiling, opening your eyes. Then exhale, turning the palms down, lowering your hands to the floor. Extending out into your left fingertips. Inhale as you raise the right fingertips up. Exhaling, reaching over to the left. Softening through your left elbow. Opening up through the right side body. And feeling a gentle contraction through the lower left side body. Inhaling up. Exhaling, change sides. Softening through the right elbow. Lifting up and lengthening over. Finding your breath. Inhale. And we're going to take our right hand to our left knee, left hand back behind you, pressing down in either your fingertips or your palm, turning to look over your shoulder. Softening down into your hips as you lift upwards through your spine, spiraling through the rib cage, soften through the belly. And changing sides, left hand over to the right knee, lifting up through your spine, turning to look over your right shoulder, pressing down into your right fingertips or palm. Gently pressing the belly forward as you look over to the right. And rotating back around to center, coming over onto all fours. Stack your shoulders above your wrists and your hips above your knees, coming into a tabletop position. Inhale as you look forwards, dropping your belly, lifting through your sitting bones. Exhale, rounding through your spine, drawing up through your belly, drawing your navel in towards your spine, chin in towards your chest. Inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, rounding through your spine. Inhale, gazing forwards and gently upwards. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, looking forwards, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to center, tucking your toes under and preparing to lift up into a variation of downward dog. So we're going to gently and slowly lift up into our hips, keeping our knees bent, and just check that your hands, fingers are spread nice and wide. So your fingers are spread nice and wide, pressing down evenly into your palms. Hands are shoulder width apart, drawing all the way up from your wrists into your shoulders, rolling your upper arms in towards each other, setting your shoulder blades down your back, and then begin alternating, lifting and lowering your heels. Inhaling and exhaling. Trying to create a nice equal length between the inhale and the exhale. One more time on each side, lifting and lowering. And when you're ready, lifting both heels nice and high. Lengthening all the way up into your sitting bones, then exhale, lowering the heels down towards the floor. Holding here in downward dog for just a couple of breaths. Just checking that your hands are still, your fingers spread nice and wide, pressing down evenly into your fingers and your palms. Doesn't matter if your heels don't touch the floor. I've been practicing for 12 years and I've never been able to get my heels down. So inhaling and getting ready to slowly walk your feet forward until they meet your hands. Allowing your belly to soften over your thighs. Let your head hang heavy and cradle your elbows in your hands as you hang forwards. Couple of breaths here. And release the hands to the floor. Take your feet about hip distance apart, pressing down into your fingertips. Your knees are still softly bent. Inhale, looking forward, coming up onto your fingertips as you flatten through your back, shoulders down away from your ears, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, folding forward. We're going to gradually start to try and straighten our legs. And if that's too strong, sliding your hands up your shins. Exhale, folding forward. Just doing what feels comfortable for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale to lengthen, looking forward. Exhale to fold. And slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Head is the last to come up, shoulders down away from your ears. Allowing all the blood to balance out. And inhale, reaching up, hands in front of your heart, preparing to come into a sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soft bend through your knees as you fold forward, hands to the floor. Inhale, flat back, looking forwards, bending through your knees if you need to. Exhale, jumping or stepping back into plank position. Slowly lowering down, knees to the floor, chest to the floor. Inhale into a little baby back bend to begin with. Make sure your whole body is active here, drawing in through your belly button, pressing down into your palms. Your legs are activated. Exhale, lower your forehead down. Inhale, pressing into your palms, coming up a little bit higher, elbows working in towards your chest. Exhale, lower down. And if you feel you can go up all the way, you can come into a cobra position or all the way up into upward dog. Exhale, either knees to the floor or tuck your toes under, coming all the way back into downward dog. And checking that your fingers are spread nice and wide, pressing evenly into your palms. Soft bend through your knees if it's too strong on your lower back or your hamstrings. Allowing your heels to just settle wherever they feel comfortable. And inhale, there's an option here just to step your foot forward. If you would like to raise your right leg, you can raise the right leg up. And exhale, stepping your foot through. Drop your back knee down, flatten your back foot. Take your hands to your front knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, slowly soften down into a lunge position. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Hands either side of your foot. Stepping back into plank. Knees to the floor for a modification. Otherwise, lowering down, elbows in. Inhale, coming up into cobra or an upward dog. Exhale, either coming through your knees or straight up into downward dog. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, stepping it through. Drop your back knee down, hands to your front knee. Lift and exhale, lowering down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands either side of your foot. Stepping back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, finding your way back into downward dog. Looking between your hands and either jumping or stepping your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Let's do one more before we start adding in some more poses. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jumping or stepping back into plank and lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Setting that foundation of your fingertips, your thumbs, your fingers, your palms. You're lifting all the way up into your hips, lengthening your spine. Exhaling and releasing down through the backs of your legs, all the way down to your heels. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, step it through. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Hands either side of your foot. Stepping back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, stepping your foot through, drop your back knee down. Inhale, reaching up, dropping down into a lunge. And exhale. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. And having a look between your hands, and if you can, jumping your feet forward or just lightly stepping your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart center. Just take a nice deep breath. Notice your heart rate. Trying to slow down your breath by inhaling for 3. And exhaling for 3. One more time, inhale for 3. And exhale for 3. Okay, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jumping or stepping back into plank, lowering down, inhaling up. Exhale, coming back into downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Your downward dog should feel a little bit more at ease now that our body's a little bit warmer. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, stepping your right foot forward. Bringing your feet at least hip distance apart so it's easier to balance. Then inhale, reaching the arms up. Lifting up out of your lunge to begin with, checking that your hips are squared off with the front of the mat. Then slowly sinking down, lengthening back into your back heel. And inhale, reach up. Keeping your breath nice and steady. Shoulders down away from your ears. Your whole upper body is lifting right up out of your waistline. And exhale. You're going to bring the left hand down to the mat and inhale as you raise your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. So you're rotating through your torso and drawing your hips so that your right hip's drawing back, trying to keep your hips squared off with the front of the mat as you twist through your spine. And exhale. Lower that hand down, stepping back into plank. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, stepping your foot forward. Take your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, rise up. Check that your hips are squared off with the front of the mat. Engage your core. And then lower down into your lunge. Lengthening back through that back heel. Drawing your energy to the midline of your body. Soften through your face. Inhale and then exhale. Drop your right hand down to the mat. Inhale as you extend your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Checking that your hips are still squared off with the front of the mat, so you've got to really draw in through your core. And last breath. And exhale, release. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, stepping it forward. Spin your back foot down at 45 degrees. Bending through your front knee, inhale, come up. Taking the arms up into warrior one as you drop down into your front knee. Try and keep your front hip working back and your back hip working forward so that you're not swinging your hips out to the side. Creating lots of length through your lower back. Shoulders down away from your ears. And on your next exhale, we're going to transition into warrior two. So turning your back foot out so it's parallel with the end of the mat. Heel toeing your front foot across. And dropping down into that front knee, extending your arms out at shoulder height. Taking your gaze to look over your right fingertips and settling down into the pose. Just check that this front knee isn't falling inwards. If it's going in too much, just lift up out of the pose and only go down as far as you can with your knee tracking over the middle of your front foot. And inhale, taking it back into a reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands forward, stepping back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale, raising the left leg up. Exhale, stepping your foot forward. Spin the back foot down at 45 degrees. Soften through that front knee. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, setting your shoulders down away from your ears. And trying to keep the hips as square as possible. Just knowing that there is a little natural rotation through the spine as that back leg extends back. But trying to keep that front hip working back and the back hip working forward. Softening down into that front knee, shoulders down away from your ears. One more nice deep breath. And exhale. Rotating around to warrior two. Back foot is running parallel with the end of the mat. And your front foot pointing forwards. Dropping down into your front knee, coming into warrior two. And extending the arms out at shoulder height. Gazing over your left fingertips. Lifting your ribs up out of your waistline, shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, lengthen up and back into a reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the arms up and over, stepping back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up and exhaling, coming back onto your knees, forehead to the floor and resting in child's pose, arms alongside your body. Noticing your heart rate. Using your breath to slow down your heart rate. And slowly roll up. Whew. And coming over to sit. Okay, so let's cool down now. Taking your legs out in front, bringing a soft bend into your knees, walking your fingertips forward as you fold forward, taking hold of your feet if you can, and just folding forward. Inhale, coming up, straightening out through your legs, taking your right foot into your left inner thigh. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, folding forward. Opening up through the back of the left leg. And also calming down the nervous system. Inhale, slowly come up. And change sides, extending out through your right leg, bringing the left sole of your foot into your right inner thigh, flexing your right toes back towards you. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, surrender. Just a couple more breaths. Inhale, coming up, extending both legs out. Moving the flesh away from your sitting bones. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flexing your toes back towards you and walking your hands forward. Placing your hands wherever they feel comfortable. And the main thing is just to visualize lengthening all the way from your toes up the back of your body, all the way up to the crown of your head, to your third eye. So just imagine that whole band of the back of your body softening and releasing. So you're not needing to apply any force, just allowing yourself to let go into this position and surrendering to whatever position you find yourself in. If you are comfortable just here and this is enough of a stretch, just propping yourself up with your hands, drawing your chin in as you fold forward. Or if you feel you can extend all the way to reaching your feet, go ahead and do so. Today's practice was designed to give you an energizing boost as well as a calming and grounding element as well, so that you walk away feeling nice and balanced. And inhale, slowly come up. Bring the soles of your feet together. And allowing your elbows to drop down into the insides of your legs. Using just a little pressure into your arms to open up through your legs. Folding forward at the hips. Finding your breath. And remembering anytime your mind starts to wander out of your practice, bringing your attention back to your breath. And allowing your breath to anchor you into the present moment. Inhale, come up. And you're going to take the legs out wide. So again, wherever you feel comfortable in this pose, just stay there and know that with consistency, the more you practice this pose, the more your hips will naturally open up. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, walking your hands forward. And this might already be enough of a stretch for you, so just staying here, making sure that the movement is a hinging forward at the hips, not a sinking into the back and reaching forward. So keeping your front body nice and open, folding forward at your hips and propping yourself up wherever you feel that nice edge of comfort and discomfort, the conflict, where it feels good. You might be able to go further still down onto your forearms, flexing your toes back towards you, or further still, coming down to the floor, or arms out to the side. Just going to hold here for another few breaths. I always like to practice this pose like this, TV watching pose. Feeling your inner thighs softly releasing. Feeling any tension in your groins slowly dissolving. And slowly come up. And draw your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little hug. Dropping your forehead down towards your knees, your chin towards your chest. And inhale, coming up and over onto your back. So for this one, we're going to come into bridge pose. So just laying on your back with your chin slightly drawn in towards your chest, arms down alongside your body. Pressing down into your soles of your feet and keeping your knees, without straining, keeping your knees working in towards each other. So we're not going to allow our knees and legs to splay out to the side. Pressing down into your palms, inhale, gently tuck the tailbone, lifting up the lower back, the middle back, coming up just to make an angle of your body. So this is like a half bridge pose. So already start practicing drawing your knees in towards each other, activating your legs, feeling your spine working. Exhale, lowering down one vertebra at a time. And again, going up a little higher this time, pressing down into your feet and your palms. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Lifting up into your hips. This might be as far as you want to go today. If you'd like to go further, locking your hands together underneath you, rolling onto the tops of your shoulders, pressing down into your forearms, and lifting up. So it's kind of like imagining you've got a piece of string tied to your heart center and somebody's drawing you up from that piece of string. So you're opening right up through your chest, soften into your neck, and soften into your face. And exhaling, slowly lower down. Release your shoulders, lowering down one vertebra at a time. Arms out to the sides at shoulder height and just rocking your knees from side to side. You might like to turn your head in the opposite direction. And if you can, allowing your knees to fall all the way over to one side and rest, turning your head to the opposite side. Inhale, coming up. Exhaling over. Inhaling up, coming back to center. Taking your right ankle to the top of your left thigh. Inhale as you draw your legs in towards you, interlocking your hands back behind your leg. Drawing your legs in towards your upper body, and further still, raising your shoulders and your head up off the floor. Trying to keep your hips nice and straight instead of allowing them to swing out to the side, drawing them nice and straight. Belly drawing in towards your spine. And exhale. Left foot to the floor and change sides. Bringing your left ankle to the top of your right thigh, drawing your legs in towards you. Navel drawing in, inhale. Interlocking your hands back behind your thigh, lifting your shoulders and your head up off the floor. Feeling that stretch through the outer left hip. And exhale, release. And slowly lower down, shaking out your legs. And we're just going to take one spinal twist before we come into Shavasana for the end of our practice. Bending your right leg and taking it up and over to the left side of your body. And turning to look over to your right and extending your arm out to the right side. Allowing your right shoulder to come up off the floor naturally. And then to increase the intensity of the pose, just beginning to work the shoulder down and the knee in the opposite direction without creating any strain through your back or your shoulder. Close your eyes and relax. Feeling all the fresh prana or energy flowing throughout our body, even from this nice, succinct little practice, can still get lots of benefits. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, changing sides. Taking your left knee over to the right side of your body and extending your left arm out and turning to look over to your left fingertips. And your right hand is drawing your left knee down, allowing your left shoulder to naturally come up off the floor. And when you're ready for more intensity, I should say, begin to encourage your knee and your shoulder gently down towards the floor. Soften through your belly. Close your eyes and soften into your face. And inhale. Coming back to center, hugging your knees into your chest and giving them a little squeeze, releasing through your back, and then coming to find yourself in Shavasana. So you can lay completely flat on the floor if you'd like to, or if you find that you get a little tired in your lower back when you lay flat, bending your knees and taking your feet out to the side, allowing your knees to fall in towards each other. Shoulders down away from your ears and relax. And close your eyes. Shavasana is such an important pose to practice because it allows all the benefits of the poses that we've just practiced to assimilate within your body. And I also find in the crazy, busy lives that we live that this moment of stillness might be the only quiet and still time in our day. So just allowing your body to completely relax. Feeling as if the entire back of your body is getting heavier and heavier. And feel as if the entire front of your body is getting lighter and lighter. And now slowly begin to wake up your body by wriggling your fingers and toes. And ever so slowly and gently rocking your head from side to side. And next time you roll your head to the right, rolling your body to the right and taking a rest for a moment. And pressing yourself up to sit. And finding yourself in a comfortable seated position, taking a moment to just relish the peace and calm that you've cultivated from today's practice. And just know that you can draw on your breath throughout any time in your day to anchor you back into the present moment and bring a sense of calm and peace to your mind and to your nervous system. Thank you so much for joining me today. That's it for today's practice. I hope that you can take some of this energy and clarity throughout the rest of your day. And if you'd like to hang around, I would like to invite you to join me for a couple of minutes to just deeply immerse yourself in this beautiful mantra soundscape. I'll see you next time.